Nice and easy to get out now. My favourite car to drive and to be a passenger in. Beautiful, will go anywhere and do everything you need it to do. It's a Range Rover 4.4 TD V8 Westminster 4x4. It's 2012 on a 62 plate. Fuel economy, urban 24.6, extra urban 34.4, combined is 30.1, which is tremendous really out of a car this size. 0 to 67.5 seconds, which again is fantastic. Top speed of 130 miles per hour out of a 308 brake horsepower 32 valve engine. Road tax 6 months is £297, 12 months is £540. This car is MOT'd until the 1st of the 9th 2019, and it was last serviced at 74,007 miles, having done 76,400 and something now. I'll tell you exactly when I get in the car. I'll just show you around it. First of all, on the front here we've got Xenon headlamps, high pressure headlamp wash, front fogs, parking sensors, multi-spoke alloy wheels, shod with Pirelli Scorpion Verde tyres, which are almost new. We've got here the top tint. It's got glass sunroof, electric glass sunroof, plastic door protectors at the bottom. Absolutely beautiful car. Just showing the back, the split rear tailgate, electric switches on both. There we've got the load cover, plenty of room in the back. Tailgate is strong enough to sit on as well. So bags of room for 5 people in the car and all the luggage. Reversing camera is just up there, and also the wipers hidden from view, and the elements by this integrated rear spoiler. Reversing sensors in the back. Bags of room. The seats are like armchairs, like new in the back here. We've got this rear centre armrest, which also doubles as a little bit of storage. You get a phone in there, cup holders, got heated rear seats, and your own blower and heater controls in the back here. This piano black insets to the doors, Harmon Kardon speakers in the back. There's plenty of headroom, really comfortable, nice big headrest. Airbags in the door pillars and the B pillars there, so very safe environment. I'll just take you for a ride in it. 2 remote keys for it, proper big things. You'll never lose those. If you drop it, you'll hear it hit the floor. Turn that down a second. Right, we have a proper service book, and even better than a proper service book, what I always like to see, it's been done by somebody who's pretty conscientious. First of all, 3rd of 7th 2013, 12569 Marshall Land Rover. Then 27982, 7th of 7th 2014 Rocal Moors Leeds. Then we get on to the proper chap, and again, if they just stamp it, then unless you've got the invoices, you don't really know what's happened. But here at 38,007 miles, replace engine oil and filter, replace pollen filter, so you know what's been done. He's actually ticked as well what's been done up there. That's 17th of 6th 2015 at Green Oval Garage, Leeds. Just by looking at that, I can tell you this guy's a prop. I've never met him, I don't know which garage it is, but he's a proper guy. He's got the stamp in the middle, you can read everything, his telephone number, proper signature, not just scrawled, and he's taken the time to write that in. And again, whoever's had this Range Rover before has taken it back to the chap, which is always a good sign as well. Replace engine oil and filter, air, fuel and pollen filters, replace seat filters, and that's 49,025 on the 25th of 5th 2016. And although it's only a minor thing, replacing the seat filters, we've done them ourselves in the past, but these are heated and cooled seats, so it draws air in from underneath, heats it, and then blows it through these perforations. The same with the air con, it cools it, keeps your back cool so you're not all blooming sweaty on hot days, but also equally you don't want a collection of dirt blowing through your seats onto the back of your shirt, or just dirty in these holes. So that's, you know, just simple things like that. It's always great to see. 60,787 at 24th of 5th 2017. Oil auto gearbox oils, replace front disc pads. Then 24th of 5th 2018, replace engine oil and filter. That was done at 74,007 miles. I did say how many miles the car had done before, but when it comes back on, I'll tell you exactly, because I've been driving around in it. So proper service book, and you can tell it's been done by a proper independent dealer who studied what needs, sat down, looked what he's doing, and then done it. So it's got one of these switches here. It's two glove box, or two glove boxes, box eyes as Alan Partridge would say, and you've got a multi-play CD in the top one, and then you keep the rest in the bottom. Here we've got, right, sat nav, got to agree on that. You've also got TV, so we'll just switch the TV on. TV, here we go. Put the TV on, put the TV on the picture. It just takes a second or two. There we go. So that's the full picture. Because I've got the handbrake on, as a driver I can see it. However, as soon as you put it in gear, the TV goes off, but the passenger can still see it. The passenger can still see it, and I can't see anything. So with the dual screen system here, I can have the navigation on, so I can see the nav here, and then the passenger can still watch the TV, which is pretty good, and it obviously doesn't distract the driver. You've also got, if you go into home menu here, you've got here time climate, so you can set the heater to come on in the morning to defrost your car before you actually get in, which is a great thing, and it's just little things like that. You've got a heated front screen. I'll tell you as we go. Electric seats, so you've got here electric seats. I can go up here, even the headrest. There you go, the headrest, and door mirrors. Let's just move everything just to give you a clear demonstration. So it's got 3-position electric memory seats as well, and if I can just find it here, it is a bit out of the way on here, but let's just see if that's one. So there you go. Remembers your steering wheel position, your door mirrors, and seat. So it's 3 positions, so you and your missus or whatever jump in and go straight to your favourite position without keep messing about. Nice big front central armrest in here. There's an iPod connector, a USB, place to put your phone, pens, whatever. I'll take you for a ride in it now. As I say, these are my favourite cars. It's just showing the smart keys battery's low, but we'll change that. Click OK to clear that. And it's got this TFT screen. What is it? Thin film transistor screen, and it's 12.3 inches I think across, so really clear displays. And the rotary gear knob, which is my favourite. I think it's a heck of a lot better than having a big gear stick here. But off we go. And honestly, I can't tell you how much I love these cars. They're so comfortable and you feel indestructible. I went to York a few months ago and it was lashing down. Everybody was struggling. The spray was up to here, which is everybody else's windscreen, but I could still see above it. And you know, I think there were a few frantic people that day because brake lights were flashing on. They were going into spray and couldn't see where they were going, and I was fine. And that's, they just glide along and take everything in the stride. It's just taking me back to normal height. I was messing about. The little switch here, you press the switch and the car lowers itself, so it's easier for you to get out. You can pump the suspension up and go higher. It's air suspension, and there's all different terrain responses here, and which alters the suspension. Here we go. Got power folding door mirrors. The heated and cooled seats are there. If you switch that on, let's just see, switch it on. So turn that side, it heats. Turn the other side, it uses the air conditioning and blows cool air through these perforations. So that's really good. Best thing about, well, apart from being four-wheel drive in winter, is I usually use a Range Rover Sport, but we haven't got one at the moment. And this is a bit too big for me, just one person and my camera equipment. Best thing is though, everybody's scraping away all the ice off the windscreen and the snow, and you jump in, click the heated front screen, and it just melts away. And you've already got your heated seats on, and here. And until you've had one of these, you just don't know how much you'll miss it when you've not got it. Heated steering wheel, and this steering wheel gets toasty in a few seconds. I can feel it warming up already. It's lovely. The auto wipers coming on there. You've got paddle shift here. You can turn into sport there, but to be honest, I don't think I've ever put a Range Rover in sport, apart from showing people what it does. So when I'm driving normally, I mean, they are 2 tons plus, and you accelerate away like that. But the air suspension, it doesn't matter what the terrain's like, it just smooths it out. And honestly, when I'm in a Range Rover, I feel sorry for everybody else in other cars. They're just brilliant. This is Xenon headlights, high pressure headlamp wash. You look down on everybody at traffic lights. You can see over everybody except this van, of course, in front of me here. But you can see what's happening 2 or 3 cars ahead. So you can be braking or taking evasive action before the car in front of you knows what's going on. I won't go up the M6 today. That's a bad sign when you see somebody with a caravan on the back. There we go. We'll just go into navigation. I'll just show you that screen there. And actually, just I can't see whether the television's on, but I'll just put it on radio so I don't get a copyright strike on YouTube. So there we go, back on the, here we go, just give it some gas again. 70 miles an hour there. And that's just set the cruise control. I'll just take it up a little bit. It was just a little bit less than 70. So that's 70 there. And we're doing 1400 revs at 70 miles an hour in probably a 2.5 ton vehicle. Car's just ticking over. 4.4 litre, 308 brake horsepower. It's just awesome, and you just don't feel like you're moving. It's nice and quiet. I'll seat back a bit more. This is the life. You've also got these adjustable fronts. You've got the big front centre armrest here, and then these adjustable ones here at the side. Nice big fat door card. Just try the wipers. Yep, they're fine. I'm just gonna slow down here, let this person out. Get everybody's just filtered in. Yeah, we're okay now. We'll just go and have a look at this car at the front, which is very interesting as well. There we go. VW camper. Air cooled. And a lady driving, that's great to see. I could just keep going forever in this car. The sound system as well. Harmon Kardon speakers, they are absolutely brilliant. If you, not the crap they make these days, but if you're a fan of good music, then it's listening to it in the car is as good as anywhere. In fact, it's probably better, because engineers have designed these Range Rovers to be as soundproof as possible, so you get a really good environment for listening to music in. I can usually find something that I don't like about a car. Not a lot these days, because pretty much they're all designed by computer, but there is nothing in this car that I don't like. Everything's fantastic. We've got the glass sunroof there, so it's a tilt and slide. Just take that all the way back, and then back again. Got the shade blind. I mean, I like Bentleys. I've gone off sports cars a little bit these days. I like the look of them, but driving them and feeling like you're on a skateboard, that ain't me anymore. As I say, these, you can jump in it, and it doesn't matter where you want to go. You know you're just going to get there. It doesn't matter whether it's snowing, it's icy, it's throwing it down. And I think they've got, is it 20 inches clearance underneath, and or you can be submerged up to 20 inches. It's something ridiculous. And round here in the winter, when it rains really hard, especially where we are at the garage, the rain cascades down through the pipes, blows the grids off halfway down the hill, and even lifts the road up. It kind of separates the tarmac from the road, the pressure's that good. And at the bottom, I don't know, you've probably got 8-9 inches of water, and sometimes you see cars trying to get through and you get stuck. With one of these, you can just you can go where you want. I could just stay out in this car all day. You've got airbags, you've got knee bags here, which I've discussed in another video. So an airbag, you've got airbags in the B pillar and the C pillar. You just need to make sure, if you have got knee bags, that you haven't got, it doesn't matter here because it's keyless go, but if you've got an ignition key here with a load of keys hanging from it and you've got knee bags, then you need to be careful or just separate them. The heater's fantastic as well. Low end torque just accelerates away effortlessly. Paddle shift here, command shift selected. Drive 3, drive 4, drive 5, drive 6, drive 7. So we've got a 7-speed gearbox in this as well. On the Range Rover it does. Normally they don't fold in when you're doing over a certain miles per hour. So power folding door mirrors there. If we switch the lights on, spray the screen, there you go, it's just blasted the headlights as well there. The warning on the dash there is only about the key being low battery. And here you can change, click that, your information display in the center, main menu, show warnings, vehicle setup, trip computer, display settings, and then service menu below that. On the dash, this the instrument panel, for want of a better word, it's obviously digital and projected, but you can change the way it looks, which not quite. If I can just remember, display settings. So display settings, temperature, appearance. Click appearance, and then you've got off-road view, which is selected, and torchlight effect. So click that, and that just changes the view slightly. It makes them a little dimmer. I can't see what's happening there, but I'm sure that will be changing the mode. All I can see really is the navigation. I'll put it on audio video. Let's see. What does that do? So there. Second. It's gone on to TV. DAB, CD, portable audio, so, and then onto TV, which of course it won't show me, but you may be able to see from over there. Climate control switches here. As I say, that's your heated front screen there, heated rear screen, electric boot release, parking sensors front and rear. Actually, before I forget, I'll just show you, I don't think I've already done it. If we just pull up there and select reverse, that changes to your reversing camera. Check all the window motors, pretty sure they all work. Yep. Steering wheel's toasty. But great value for money. I mean, these must be somewhere in the region of 100 grand these days. So for the price of this, when you think what you're getting and the engineering you're getting, the comfort, the absolute bargain. And as I've said again in previous videos, there's always a compromise, I suppose. I think these are fantastic on fuel, really, for the size of the engine. Very, very good. But if you're not doing a lot of miles, or your first priority is safety, then you just couldn't get a better vehicle than one of these. We spoke to the chap who was in the accident on the M6, and a lorry driver was texting behind him. He'd come to a stop, and the lorry driver ran into the back of him, and fortunately it was in a Range Rover, and even the Range Rover was squashed up to the back of his seat. And although he got a couple of fractures, which you'd have to expect being hit by a lorry at 70 miles an hour, it just pushed into your seatbelt. He survived it, and he got out, and the first thing he wanted to do with his insurance money is go and get another Range Rover, and I'm pretty sure that chap will never ever drive another make or model of car in his life. He couldn't speak high enough, and I saw it on the front of the paper, and you wouldn't believe that anybody would be able to get out of that. So if your priority is your family, safety, comfort, then this is the car for you. It's just beautiful to drive. And you can see no expense has been spared on it, with Pirelli Scorpion Verdes on all four corners. It's been very, very well looked after. Another thing about Range Rovers is there's never any, for me, there's never any temptation to speed. I enjoy driving them so much. Here we are, back at the garage. I'm going to have to get out into the horrid cold weather after being in this lovely, nice and warm Range Rover with heated seats and steering wheel. It's not something I want to do.